everybody done already know what's going on with Umar. Umar right now is asking folks for some money. It's obvious, it's asking people. Now he's asking for dates, $500 for dates, and people's laughing and people just, unfortunately, which he kind of bring that to himself because it's been almost 12 years since Umar done trying to create this school. Now, I just want to say this because remember, this is my point of view, and that's how I feel about the situation. I don't want nobody to think the way I feel is the law, and the way I feel that's how you should feel. No, that's the point. We just go into a current event. So I'm just explaining to you what I feel. So I feel like specifically in the spiritual side of things, Afro, what up? In the spiritual side of things, because I always notice the flows of frequency, the energy, the spirit behind things will determine the outcomes of some people. Now, first of all, everybody doesn't know, man. Umar, we good, big homie. Umar, that's not his name. The whole name that he got is characters. So, which I always tell folks for a long time, and also, and shout out to Gotti, send him $1, please. He was also one of the first that dived deep into his identity. He was the first to put a video out. Like that's my way. That's my character. I don't say things that didn't come from me without not giving credit where it is eventually from. I remember I was the first person that made me see it like that, and that was his research, and he was the first to put out that show the world that Umar, that was never his name. I never really paid, go diving real deep about who he was, but he always been talking about that he's related to Frederick Douglass, and people that relate to Frederick Douglass keep saying, nah, dog, stop fucking around. You're not related to the family. But he's always using this to put himself in a position to make people see him in a higher light than expected. So for me, since he's been doing this way back, I always feel like it's a stretch. But anyway, nevertheless, but when he got exposed and his real name is I think it's like what? Shoemaker? Jermaine Shoemaker. His name is Jermaine Shoemaker. The moment I've seen this name, and I was shocked. And to me, this was the last straw. Even though he was using anybody that trying to remove our true lineage or our true identity, you are doing the work of the demons, or you are doing the work of the devil. Because to me, this is one of the most detrimental aspects about ourselves, is when someone take away your roots. But the most important things about your roots is the spiritual roots. Because people think this shit is a game. When somebody told you historically that you're not from here, they completely severed the connection of the land and beyond. And this is the job this guy keep on doing. Like I said before, Umar is a program. What you see Umar is doing is a program, and without Umar, they're going to find another person to do it. I'm telling you, they have a curriculum system that constantly evolves. They have Umar before. Umar before. Matter of fact, Umar on his perfection level was what we call Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey was pre-Umar on his perfection level. That means with more resource. Okay? And Umar on our time, again, he evolved. I mean, the same thing, different timeline, different spaces. But unfortunately, Umar, shout out to you, Jupiter. What up, baby? Umar now don't have the same resource as Marcus Garvey was, but he continued the line of doing the same. So like I said, anyone, just like the same fate, they all will suffer the same outcome or the same fate, because once you chose to go to war with the truth, nothing can prevail without the truth. The truth is the strongest forces of the universe. But the only thing these folks, or the devil, if you want to call them, because devil means evolve, devil means people that operate in the low frequencies. Though the only thing the devil learned about truth, it's called time. Let me say one more time. The only thing the devil know about truth, it's called time. That means they're going to use time as their advantage. They understand, a few generations might get lost, but soon enough they will lose, because truth will always prevail. But they know if they delay the truth, If the truth gonna come out after 20 to 15 to 20, 50, 40 years, for them they be fine. But at least they know they get their way with a generation. Okay, they know as long as they can get their way with a generation, they be all right anyway. So it's a give and take. But they know they're not gonna be successful because the truth will always prevail. And this is what's so sad about these individuals. This is why I don't respect none of them, because if they portray themselves as spiritual, they build themselves or they market themselves as intellectual. Better yet, they never pay attention to what they're really doing, or they don't pay attention to what they chose to do with themselves, because that is live stream. This is what Umar is known for. Every time you see Umar, it's all about Africa, 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 Africa. But you never see an African scholar in Africa talk about America, America, and America. So again, it's agenda. You'll find Umar talk about, oh, Haitian African. He'll say, oh, Jamaican African. What the hell is the Jamaican African? What the hell is the Haitian African? What he constantly emphasizing these words because again, he's working. It's a job. And the moment that I know for sure this is the route that Umar took, I know it's not gonna end well with him. Because you chose to go to war with the spirit of the land. Let me say one more time. He chose to go to war with the spirit of the land. Sooner or later, the spirit of the land gonna backfire on you. And what you seen here is the spirit of the land backfire on Umar. Now, let me say this. For some people here that might not understand how the system works. Because at the same time, as a lot of us is laughing, I'm not laughing at Umar. I'm not laughing. As a matter of fact, if I have some resource, I would eventually give him a phone call and talk to him and help him out. Because I understand what the system is doing. For some of us, we are joyful, which I don't blame you. No matter how this shit turns out to be, I don't blame nobody. Even if you're not laughing or if you're laughing. It doesn't matter because Umar put himself like this. But to me, the bigger picture is this. This is a demonstration taking place here. And I do not believe Umar is broke. Matter of fact, he's working for the system. But this is a humiliation ritual taking places. While this ritual taking places, it's also causing confusion among our community. But most people don't get that. But again, this is how the system works. The system plays multi-dimensional layers of attacking you. Now, for some, we are laughing. But for others, we don't. But at the same time, Umar's still performing for their master. Now, let me say this so you can understand how deep this shit goes. Now, ask yourself, look what Umar told you, that the system stopped his bank account. He couldn't have money coming to him. So, again, this is a system. It's a system. Now, the funny thing is this. As you laughing, this is what they want to demonstrate. They want to, Umar already get all the play time. Nobody have more media time, specifically when they talk about conscious community. Like anyone in a conscious community, that means people that they considered smart, so-called black people. I don't call them indigenous, but they are black. The so-called market for black people, Umar is the symbology for smart black people. That's how they market him. And that's why they give him playtime. He's everywhere. He got big platforms like, breakfast clubs, and he go to a lot of these, streamers. He gets exposure, but understand all of these exposures to get him exactly where you see him. Now, what you notice here, this is actually, it's a mockery of us. What you witness here, Umar put himself out there so they can mock us to show the world. It doesn't matter if they are smart, they are scammers. I'm telling you, this is eventually another way to stop. If one of us is truly out there, really want to help one another, with what we witness with Umar, this ritual taking place right now with Umar, it would eventually stop us from believing in anyone that might be true that to potentially show up to the surface. Let me say it again. What you saw with Umar right there is eventually an attack to anyone that might potentially be truthful and really want to bring some ways to unify our people. What you saw with Umar is a blueprint to destroy or to discourage any of us that might really want to come together as a beacon to do something special. So like I said, either way, Umar is working for them because like I said before, anybody in Umar position, let's just say this, yes, it's diversion. Anybody that's in Umar position, if it was real, let's just say that what's going on with Umar was truly happening. Then let me tell you how I would have deal with that situation. I would have hired a PR. I would have taken a PR. I would not put my face out there. I would have hired a PR or get my lawyer and make my lawyer have an announcement for me where they have a press conference where the lawyer said, look, my client, or we know my client as Umar Johnson, he's formerly having issues. His account been hacked, this and that. I will urge the people, all the supporters, he's well, but I advise them to stay away from the public right now because it's not safe based on what's going on. You don't know it. And I urge, this is how you can help Umar. Boom! If he did it like this is how a real professional and also someone really going through it for real, would address the situation. You don't give yourself out there for people to bash or to make fun out of you. But again, make fun out of Umar is a part of the ritual. Make fun out of Umar is to discourage others that might really want to that might really have ways to bring truth or trying to help one another. When you see how they do Umar, it discourages you. So guess what? You stay to yourself and we stay divided. Because right now what's happening with Umar is the media lynching. He's getting lynched right here. And he's not helping himself to stop the lynching because that's a part of it. They want to do that and they want to use them as a perfect example to show you it doesn't matter how much they asses is smart or good talk and how good ideas, they are scammers. There you go again. They want to use Umar to you as Umar, but what they're trying to say, intelligence, whoever black person, whoever indigenous person that comes out with intelligence, you should not trust them because they are scammers. Did you understand the war they play with you right there? Did you understand the psychological war they are playing with you right there? Just for that? Let me say this, because see, another part about Umar, all of it is a psyop to always find a way to discourage our frequency. This dude is a vampire, but he is playing the media vampire frequency and also building or reinforcing stereotypes, because you don't get that. There's a stereotype that's being built, and to you, you call it stereotype. But in the spiritual world, it's called negative intentions. It's negative frequency. That means somebody is coding the universe against you. What you call stereotype is encoding the universe against you. That means you gave people a trigger point or a trigger mindset. The moment they see you, they automatically code the universe to work against you. And this is what Umar is doing, because this is what Umar done show the world or done show everybody. That he's been trying to get money to build what? A school. How long he been doing this? For 12 years. So did you understand what that means? This is what this narrative is causing. That narrative itself is branded any ambition indigenous black person. I said black so you get it. This narrative is building up an identity in the face of America or the face of the world. Whoever have ideas, whoever have some great ideas that they need some help, all they got to do is think about Umar, they discourage automatically. Did you understand what he just did? As soon as somebody say, yo, I got this project and I want to accomplish this project, I want your support. First thing come in mind, nope, I won't do it because you think about fucking Umar. So let me put it this way. You don't think within those 12 years, Umar have enough money to really open the school? You don't think that? Listen, Umar got exposure, bro. Umar got exposure. He been around many celebrities. So you don't think these basketball players, these celebrities can have a tax write-off by now? Tax write-off! Listen, for 12 years, you don't think Umar can actually raise over $3 to $5 million? That school don't need all of that. Matter of fact, the government, that system in place within the government for grants. Even the government can eventually assist him to even open this fucking school. Why this should never open? Because it was never designed to open in the first place. It was never designed to open. It was built to create stereotypes. It was built to always see each other as scammers. It was built so we can never see each other to be trustworthy. That's why this dude was there. It was never about open school. It was about to give you a projection. And the projection is, yo, this dude trying to open the school. Oh, I sent him money. Oh, we sent him money. And it never happened. That's the point. That's exactly what the narrative was supposed to be. This is how dangerous this shit is. So anyone in the future right now, anyone potentially have a great plan or trying to really do some shit, it's not going to happen. Because Umar already done spoiled it for everyone. As soon as one of us come up with something in the plate, we not going to follow. Because Umar already done did the job. That's why they put him out there to do just that. So we don't have trust in each other. You seen this movie? We seen it with Tariq. Same shit. We seen that movie with Tariq. Did everybody remember? I have plenty of people that sent him money. Remember the museum? Remember the museum? Same shit. They told you Tariq didn't raise what, $2 million or $1 million for the museum? And this motherfucker give you what, a flea market? Did you not know that who is Umar and who's Tariq? The same. They come together in the scene they come as a package. They were working together in these Hidden Color 1 and 2. Have you not noticed? That's what I'm telling you. Both of them are agents. Both of them is designed to destroy our spiritual trust. They were designed to destroy our spiritual trust. They were designed to discourage us working together. Umar does not deliver. Tariq play you in your face. Same shit. You see that? Tariq gave you a small little place, and he called that a museum. Okay? This dude been playing your face for 12 years. Same outcome. They were never designed to inspire us. Because if they delivered, they inspired us. If they delivered, either way, either Umar was still, I don't care about the whole African story shit. But still, I believe in start. Even if at school we're still about teaching our people about Africa, but at least it shows some sort of solidarity. It still shows that we might not agree on everything, but we can still find a way to work together. To me, this is what I learned. This is what I was hoping. I'm not agreeing with him, but I'm not going to destroy him, because some family might need that. Because then knowledge, that's level to knowledge. Some people, you got to believe you were African first. You need to believe that you were African first until the knowledge exposed so you find who you were. Most of us was believing about these guys' story at one point until we evolved. So I believe some family could have used them. So I'm never going to use that against what they were doing, nevertheless. But all I'm saying, everything you saw, everything you witnessed, it's by design. Golden, appreciate you. It's by design, and it was designed to fail. It was a failure designed to attack us in the world and to create stigmatization and also to create stereotypes that means we can never work together. That's what number one. Number two, we are a bunch of scammers. Okay? We can't work together, and we are a bunch of scammers. Discourage potential people with good ideas to never come together as a people to really support one another. This is exactly why you get your Umar, and this is exactly why, bonsoir sis, they giving you this scenarios of him as a big fucking joke. Now he's telling you, oh, $500 for a date. You see how pathetic this shit is? Now he done turned to 100% crackhead. You see how that works? Now you no longer see him as an intellectual person. Now you see him as a junkie. So you don't think this shit is organized? So you think this shit is by coincidence it's happening? No! No! So you can never see this dude the same anymore. Even though I don't agree with him with the direction that he took about our identity, but he did talk about a lot of shit that is true. I'm not going to discredit that shit out. This is the truth about me, and this is how we should all be. We might not agree with some people's stuff, but there's some things that the person do. We can agree with that person. But the way society built us, if we don't agree with one thing about a person, we automatically throw the person away or throw them under the bus. We can do that. We got to learn how to take what makes sense and get rid of what don't make sense. So therefore, we know how to study our way, how to navigate ourselves in society. So like I said, a lot of shit this dude said is real talk. But what he stood for, I was against that. But how the system work, the system understand, yes, he might be a buffoon about some shit, But a lot of stuff he said is still talk. So how can we undo some of his real talk? And that's what they are doing with him right now. Now you don't see all the good shit that he said. Now you see him as what? As a junkie now. Now you see how that works? That's right, to balance the scale. That's real talk right here. That's the word. You got to apply ma'at. You got to apply ma'at. That's how the universe works. So therefore, look at how they do it to you right now. Now you no longer see Umar as nothing but a fucking junkie now. So all the good shit that he said is fly out the goddamn window. Now you saw this dude as a lunatic. People already done said he's using drugs. So now everything that this dude has been doing, positive or negative, you can only see one thing now. He's a junkie. He's out of his mind. And there you go, checkmate. That's how they disposed him. That's how they disposed him. He's done. They done with him. Okay? But now, this is what I will say. I feel like whatever's happening to him, he starts to go downhill from there. I remember an interview he had in one of the big platforms. And within the interview, I'm talking about a huge platform, he was talking about Diddy. Okay? He was talking about Diddy. And the way he talked about Diddy and also the political party dealing with the Democrat, because he was talking about how Diddy didn't support the Democrat and how what's happened with Diddy is really it's motive behind it. It was not so much about what's happening. I believe also that shit has to do with, take him down too. Okay? I'm just saying. And whatever you were saying was making sense. It was adding up. Okay? So I'm just saying, Jay Moolah, what up? It's always making sense the way you explained the process with Diddy. And I think it go downhill from there. Downhill from there. And as soon as you get your, as soon as you get with your baby, you got baby mama problems, this is how you know it's all a part of it, and it's sad, man. Baby mama's getting out there exposing him, children. I mean, come on, man. I'm telling you also, when you see the baby mama and when you see the daughter, this is another demonstration of showing the world these people is so bad. They are so unorganized, and also teaching the young kids, do you really want a black woman to marry, dog? You got a very intellectual black man, an educated black man, a well-known black man, and he can even get along with his own daughter. He can get along with his own wife. He's calling his wife names and said all crazy shit on her box and all that. This is what this dude just demonstrates. So you really think it's all him doing this, or this is the ritual? To make us so disgusting and teaching the next generation like, yo, you will be better off outside of your goddamn community because they are skimmers. These women is going to go against you. If you have children with them, they're not going to respect. This is what this guy, in a nutshell of all of his drama, done show the goddamn world. Did you understand? Because like I said before, I'm going through my own personal shit. You going through your own personal shit. Many other people have gone through their own personal shit. Do they bring this shit to the media? No. But this dude somehow bring everything, or somehow or accidentally, all of his so-called family bring them shit right there to everybody to notice. Though you don't get that, like he usually said, you don't find that suspicious. I'm just saying. Right now they are building a case against us in the mainland. There's a case that they are building brick by brick against us. And these mofos is helping to shape the fucking narrative. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now,